And a little update. As I sit here and I wait for my little thing to premiere, I guess. Go over to Ethereum and whenever it started, whenever it bounced a little bit, and I was like, oh, okay, because I don't know if I mentioned I bought around 730. What was it, 736 or something like that. 735 maybe, I forget what it was before. Yeah, it was, no, it was a little bit higher. It was around 735, 736 I want to say, maybe even 737. It's changed because I've put more into it. That's the only reason I keep saying that. So I saw it go up a little bit. When I was saying earlier that I was afraid it could possibly drop. And the reason I was saying that is because it was still a little unbalanced. Even though the area up here kind of seemed like the mitigation area, it still had a little bit more of a retracement to go. I could tell that, and that's why I was saying at first I was a little worried. I still am. I'm not gonna lie. And I saw it drop, and I said, okay, this is actually probably a better time to buy. So I put more in just right around. Once it hit, I saw the spike down, right, and this spike down. They're both about the same, right? So whenever you see that, I saw. Well, here, let me. I'm actually on the 1 minute now because I wanted to get a little bit closer to see what could happen. So because you gotta think, especially something like Ethereum, and you're trading a CFD. Even if you're trading a penny lot, if it moves $1, you make $1. So put a couple of those in. I mean, if you put like a 5-cent lot, if it moves $1, you make $5. So every little bit counts. Every little movement counts. So that's why I really pay attention to price movement. So I saw those lows. I knew it was going to break those, and I also drew out the fib from low to high, and then I also got in here and I found the last push down. So first thing I noticed, as soon as it broke that low, I wanted to get until it got as close to 70.5 as I could before I added more on. And it did. As soon as it broke that 70.5, I added, I think I was at a 5 before or 6 before. I added 10 more to it, so it brought my average down. So it doesn't show me exactly where I entered. Unfortunately, that's what it does with TradingView. But instead, it averages you down to where you're going to make profit once you get above a certain point. As to where if you have MetaTrader 4 or something like that, instead of averaging it, it'll actually have all your multiple entries instead. So and now I'm just waiting. And to be honest, I'm still a little nervous. But the thing is that it hasn't. There's nothing that hasn't changed my analyzation of Ethereum. Right? There's nothing that's really changed that, other than the fact that it could get below my stop loss. Right? But I'm still seeing it as bullish. But who knows? I'm doing this on December 31st. It's probably not the best time to be doing it. People could be yanking out their money and getting ready to go party or whatever, going wild. Or, people could be thinking, hey, this would be the last time I could put money in Ethereum. I'm going to put money in Ethereum. Could be either way. But what I'm still seeing is that it broke liquidity. Right, came back up. It created liquidity again. Right, with those two areas that I was showing you. Right. So it had that spike down here, right? Little spike down here. So everybody's thinking this is a good, safe, good, safe spot to go ahead and put your support at, right? I wanted to wait for it to break it, so I did. I waited for it to break it, and then that's when I put in my second round. And generally right around, and see, I have them on the bodies. I don't have them on the wicks. Actually, this is probably a little bit up, isn't it? I probably need to pull this down, which actually make me feel a little better. It's probably still right at the 70.5 though. Yep. Just not nearly as close to the 80s I thought it was. But still, honestly, I wished it was a little bit closer to the 80, because generally right around the 80% mark is where you see most of your positive reactions take place. So if we're looking at this from a market maker, buyer, sell model perspective, unfortunately there is probably an area down here it could get to, if we're thinking about the way it's buying and selling in different areas. But again, the way I'm looking at it is the way I look at especially a smart money pullback. I mean, it's got all the characteristics of a bullish tone now. It has the big drop down, and if we look over to the left of this, I actually do want to draw a line just under the bottom of it. See, this is why I have so many lines everywhere all the time, because I'm always just trying to measure and see where the next, oops, hit the wrong button again. I always do this. I always hit the hide button instead of horizontal line. Option H, not Command H. There we go. Okay. I'm going to delete some of these other ones out of here, so we don't need those. I'm going to keep this one in here because this is where I measured the last one. So it looks like it was almost like a support level for this previous one, which would be for, it was like it's extending this one out. So here you come up, if you can see it. I was thinking that you get the push down, you get a little light push up, and then boom, there's the rest of it. It goes down here where it stops, it consolidates. I have the line going across from there, right? And it all stays right at that level. So here, even though there's a push up, a push down, it kind of consolidates here before it goes up. So I was looking over here and I was thinking this might be it, just because it was the one closest to the 70.5. Sure enough, it looks like that was the level that it came down to before it decided to retrace. So again, talking about smart money and how it reacts and what it does, look for the areas to where it pushes, from displacement. So that's what I would call it, a pretty decent displacement push, because you can see you just have these pushes down, you get a couple green candles, and then boom, you get that big jump down. So just underneath that, right, is where it came to, right? So if I'd actually been, to be honest, I wish I would have waited a little bit longer. But I did enter right around in this area because I wanted to wait for it to drop below this spike, and I did. So I entered right in here. So to me, this has all the characteristics of a smart money buy, and I'm gonna stick with it. I'm standing by it. I think the biggest difference is I up my stop loss. I up my stop loss to just below. I might want to make it a little bit lower. I probably should. Like I said, I think I had it at 720 or 720. I forgot where I had it below this one last time. Yeah. And I moved it up to just below. So I think I had it right around 720, a little bit just above 722, and now I have it around 724. Just because I have it just below this last push down before it goes up. And who knows it? The only thing about smart money is that sometimes it could get to those areas and it wicks right through it. because it knows your stop loss is there, you know. So I might want to put it a couple dollars, you know, below that, just so in case it does get a wicked wick, it doesn't hit my stop loss. So you know, let's just go ahead and do that. Why not? Let's go ahead and put it for let's go with 718. I'll monitor it closely just in case. But I still have my take profit up here, 757. Like I said, actually I want to advance that as well. At least 758. The very minimum 758. That'll be just above that liquidity pool, but I mean it'll probably take out this high too. But to me, this has, I mean, this is the everything that you would want to see in a smart money buy is in this right here, right? I just didn't wait long enough. I personally was too impatient. I was too impatient, and I bought when it came down to here. I saw it come up, and I was like, you know what? I was like, it came right underneath this, you know, order block. I was like, it could probably fall, and then it did. But you know what? Like I said, I stuck with it. You know, I'm not gonna panic. Just because I started, this is what I should have done before, instead of just looking at that one little move and being like, all right, that was it. I should have analyzed the whole thing. You know, people make mistakes, and then what do? You learn from those mistakes. So, and look, yeah, I mean, it's already coming back a little bit, and we shall see. Ethereum Part 2. All right, guys. Happy New Year's Eve. If I don't hear you if you don't hear from me, I know I'm not gonna hear from you, because the only thing I get on my comment section is, "Have you heard of this guy? He came on Telegram and showed me everything." Anybody who starts gonna comment stuff like that on my video, I'm just gonna report you as spam. So don't even try doing it. You're annoying, and you're going to be annoying to people looking at my videos, so that's it. Alright, anyways, that's all I got. Thanks for watching, and we'll see what's going to happen next with Ethereum. And Happy New Year, goodbye 2020, hello 2021. They should make a song out of that or something. Oh yeah, I forgot one last thing. If you can, go ahead, hit that like button. Subscribe, please. It'd be cool if you did. At least just hit the like button, if anything. I mean, you know, trying to give you some good information here. All right? No, it seriously, it helps me. It helps me reach more people. You know, especially people who want to learn how to do these kind of things. You know, it helps me reach them. And hopefully I'm giving good enough information. So if you think I am, please hit the like button. If you want to hear more, please subscribe. That'd be great. Thanks a lot. Any advice or information on this website is general advice only. It does not take into account your personal circumstances. Please do not trade or invest based solely on this information. By viewing any material or using the information within this site, you agree that it is general education material, and you will not hold any person or entity responsible for loss or damages resulting from the content or general advice provided here by Bodies and Wicks, its employees, directors, or fellow members. Futures, options, and spot currency trading have large potential rewards, but also large potential risk. You must be aware of the risk and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the futures and options markets, as well as Forex. Don't trade with money you can't afford to lose. This website is neither a solicitation nor an offer to buy, sell, trade futures, spot Forex, CFDs, options, or other financial products. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profits or losses similar to those discussed in any material on this website. The past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results.